Hi everyone, it's Maria here, and today we're going to talk about ashwagandha. So, ashwagandha, you've probably heard of it. If you're here, you're here because this is, a burnout channel. We're talking about things that might help with burnout and stress and anxiety, and that is why I take it. So, overall, ashwagandha is good for a multitude of things, but stress, anxiety, sleep, cognitive issues, those are the reasons I take it. So, that's what I'll discuss later on in the video. But I know it's also good for, it can be good for like athletic performance. I think it could also benefit blood sugar. I haven't really gone down that rabbit hole quite yet. So it is an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress. It can lower cortisol, but it can also actually help raise cortisol if you tend to have a lower cortisol level in your body. So, yeah, that is what an adaptogen does. It helps your body adapt to and cope with stress and brings balance to bodily processes. So, whatever type of balance your body might need, ashwagandha will help you get there. And before I get into it, I will link to all the studies that I discuss here in the description below. I'll also link to the ashwagandha supplement that I am currently using. There's a lot of really good ones out there, and I'll actually talk about what to look for in a supplement later on in this video. But just if you want to get started, you can check out those links below if you feel like it. So, ashwagandha is actually one of the first supplements that my naturopath put me on years ago when I started going to her. I initially went for burnout, well, what I now know is burnout, adrenal fatigue, sleep problems, just general tiredness because I'm a 911 operator, I'm a shift worker. I'm exposed to lots of stress, and my sleep was all over the place because I was sleeping morning, night, everything in between. So she immediately put me on. She didn't actually put me on ashwagandha, just ashwagandha. She put me on a complex. It was called Adrenergen by a brand called Vita Aid, and it actually has ashwagandha in it, cordyceps, rhodiola. I think it's B5. So it was a couple of different things, and it did help me quite a bit. But since then, sometimes I still use a complex. Don't get me wrong, I still use ashwagandha mixed with other things. But if you just want ashwagandha, that is still a very good option for stress relief and sleep and all that other stuff. And so when I started taking that supplement, I wouldn't say that it was like a overnight fix, but I definitely noticed after the first week or two, I was sleeping so much better, so much deeper. I felt so much more chilled out. It was a dream, honestly. Like it helped me so much because prior to that, I was taking absolutely nothing. I was taking no supplements at that time. And so, again, the first thing she put me on was an adrenal complex with ashwagandha in it, but she did say to me, ashwagandha is the main thing you should be taking. All the other stuff is extra, but ashwagandha is what you need. And so when it comes to stress and anxiety, ashwagandha can definitely be a game changer for you. There's one study here where it said overall it significantly reduced stress and anxiety levels, sleeplessness, and fatigue, as well as cortisol levels compared to a placebo. And again, I'll link to that study in the description below. Several studies show its positive effects on stress, bringing balance to cortisol levels, which can then actually balance other female reproductive hormones. So, your estrogen, your progesterone, your FSH, your LH. So, it can actually even benefit people with menopause or going through hormonal changes. It can help you with your periods. I can't speak so much to that. I wasn't having problematic periods at that time, but it can help with all of those things. And before I go on, I should preface this, I'm not a doctor. This information has actually come from my naturopath, and then I did my own research afterwards. I encourage you to always do your own research before you start any supplement. Talk to your doctor, or better yet, talk to a naturopath or a natural health practitioner because they tend to know a lot more about supplements and vitamins versus traditional doctors. Yeah, don't take what I say as gospel. This is what's helped me. It's helped some other people. For some people, it might not work, but just keep that in mind. In general, I find when I am on ashwagandha and I'm taking it consistently, I'm just more chilled out. The little things don't affect me as much. I'm not waking up on edge. I'm falling asleep easier. I'm sleeping deeper. Personally, I take ashwagandha in the morning when I wake up for breakfast because the whole point for me taking it was to reduce my stress and to help me cope at work better for like a long 911 day, taking calls, dispatching, just help level me out more and keep me calm while I'm at work because I can't be freaking out at a job like that. I have to remain calm while I'm doing that job. And so that's what I took it for and that's what it helped me with. The other thing that ashwagandha can help with is cognitive function. So obviously with burnout, with adrenal fatigue, with just being tired all the time comes brain fog and comes not thinking clearly. And again, I noticed with consistent use for me, I just felt like my the clouds were gone from my brain. I was able to think so much clearly. My reaction time at work got a lot better. I was making decisions faster. Calls, things people were saying to me were making sense so much quicker. I was working more efficiently. Things were connecting better. And again, when you're exhausted, and not just the typical exhaustion of I'm not sleeping well, but the exhaustion of just like your whole nervous system is exhausted, you're depleted and you can't think. And ashwagandha, with other supplements that I take, but definitely ashwagandha has helped me tremendously with that. And the last thing is sleep support. So there are some studies that show taking it may improve several aspects of sleep, including sleep quality, sleep efficiency, total sleep time. Personally, I know that I sleep deeper when I take it consistently. Again, I remember last year, a year and a half ago, I went back to my naturopath and I was going through a pretty significant period of stress. And I actually was not taking ashwagandha or any adrenal support at that time. And she just kind of looked at me blankly and was like, why? You're going through a period of stress. You need something to help your body support you through that stress. And I did go back on ashwagandha after that. And again, it helped me so much. If you don't want to be taking something for long periods of time, just, take it if you know you're going to have a stressful week coming up. Take it if you know that, if you know you're going to be going through a heavy period of stress, even just taking it short term for those few weeks and then going off of it is totally fine. And then that being said, moving on to the next thing, there are some studies that show long term high doses of ashwagandha can cause liver damage. So just be careful, start low and slow. But if you've been on it for 3 months, it might be a good time to take a break, take a few weeks off, and then go back on it just to give your body a bit of time for a break. Because there's studies showing that it's safe for short-term use, but there's not a ton out there that shows that it could be safe for long-term use. So keep that in mind. Personally, I take it in the morning with breakfast. Like I said, it just helps me think clearly. It chills me out throughout the day, so I'm not going about my day feeling super stressed out. You can take it in the evening to help you with sleep, but again, do that experimentally because some people have said taking it in the evening, it can actually be energizing. Like again, I take it in the morning and it does give me energy, like a nice level, steady energy throughout the day. But for you, everyone's different. If you take it in the evening, it could keep you awake. So start low and slow. If you do want it for sleep, start with a low dose. Maybe take it at dinner and not like right before bed and see how that helps you. Or maybe start taking it during the day and just see how your body reacts to it. Like I said, right now I'm on 400 milligrams a day. Start low and slow. You can also take, one every second day, see how that helps you. If you're on an adrenal complex that typically has less ashwagandha in it and a bit more of the other stuff, you can also start on that, see how that affects you. But there is no RDA for ashwagandha. It's not an actual, like, you don't need it to live every day. So there's no, daily recommended value. But 250 milligrams every day has been shown to have benefits for cognition. 600 milligrams a day has been shown to have benefits, but low and slow is always good if you're just starting out. It's also good to always check the label before you buy something. And again, that's why I'm going to link in the description below the supplements that I like. But there's two brands here, CanPrev and Now, but they're actually completely different doses. So the CanPrev, if you look at the back, it shows it's 600 milligrams and it's a 12-to-1 ratio. It's also good, meaning it's a 12-to-1 extract equivalent. So it's actually going to be stronger than the Now brand because the Now is, where is it? The Now is 400 milligrams, so fewer milligrams, and it's a 15-to-1 extract. So this is actually weaker and it's lower in milligrams. So this could actually be a really good one for people starting out. And then if you know that you deal with ashwagandha well and you want to do a higher dose, then you can move on to something like this. So always look at the label, read it. If you're not sure, you can always kind of chat GPT and give links and to different supplements, and it'll tell you which one's the weakest, which one's the strongest. But they're not all made the same, so always read the label. So there are a few other side effects I've heard of. Some people have complained that they're emotionally numb and just very detached after taking ashwagandha. It's leveled them out, it's chilled them out. They're not stressed, but they're also not happy. They're not feeling joy. They're kind of emotionless. And I've heard that from not too many people, but a few people. And again, it's different strokes for different folks. Your body could react completely differently to ashwagandha. Maybe you don't even need ashwagandha. Maybe your issue stems from a magnesium deficiency. Maybe it comes from an electrolyte issue. Maybe it's a vitamin D deficiency. It could be ashwagandha is not the be all end all. It helps some people, but you might not have the problem that ashwagandha fixes. So keep that in mind. And then again, as far as the emotionless stuff, that could be a dosing issue. You could be taking too much. You could be taking it for too long. So again, keep all these things in mind and always be mindful when you're starting a new supplement to just pay attention to your body, pay attention to how you feel. So I hope this helps. I will again link down in the description below to the studies that I talk about and the supplements that I like. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It helps me tremendously. Feel free to subscribe as well if you want more content like this, and we'll see you in the next video.